Financial is having a hard time proving they own the debt, but yet still asking for the money. Take a look at these recordings. I think you're going to love them.
So what we are looking for is proof of ownership of the debt. She has secured a private loan through private financing, and they require the proper paperwork in order to advance the funds. And they're just trying to do their due diligence before handing over any kind of money in this commercial transaction. They just want to make sure that your company hasn't sold the loan to somebody else.
Okay, so just to confirm then, it's not a separate financial institution, but what we're saying when we're saying private lender is an individual with a lot of funds at their disposal. So are they truly a lender in that sense, or just willing to resolve this balance?
No, they're truly a lender. Our concern is the proof of ownership of the debt, because you're aware that debts are bought and sold on a daily basis, correct?
I'm aware.
Sarah has asked Victor, are you aware that debts are bought and sold? And Victor has said, well, yes, he is well aware of that. Well, Victor, if you're aware that debts are bought and sold every day, well, you will see why the Canadian is asking for proof of ownership of the debt. Spring Auto Financial could have sold the debt.
So you,
that information?
yes, you have the original documentation that she signed on the day of having this loan?
Yes.
And it's not a photocopy?
We do have the original paperwork, yes.
Okay, that's really great to hear. Let me just mark this down 1 second.
So wait, actually, one moment there. So is there a difference between it being a copy or not? I'm just trying to understand that there.
Well, yes, because anybody can have a photocopy.
Sarah asked, do you have the original wet ink copy? Now, the reason you need the original wet ink copy is because when a Canadian signs a contract, you've actually created the asset with your wet ink copy. So a photocopy is not the same thing as a wet ink original copy. The wet ink original copy is the actual asset, and a photocopy is just a picture of the asset. So you could have taken a picture of the asset, the contract, and then sold the contract, but then still have the photocopy in order to show people that, yeah, we still own the debt. But in reality, you wouldn't.
Oh, definitely. Just the original wet ink copy, that is the asset that was created on the day of signing. So we're just looking for that paperwork saying that you are the owners of the asset, basically.
100%. And if anything, we want to make sure everything is fully documented, which is why, like I said before, if there was any record of a buying or selling of this balance or debt, we would have had to send something to Renee, and we would have that document on file. But considering that none of those things occurred,
what Victor just said is, hey guys, just take my word for it. Trust me, we have checks and balances we have. Okay, I'm sorry, Victor, in a commercial transaction, no one is really going to be taking the word of anybody. You need verifiable proof that you still own the asset. A good example is if you own a car and you're trying to sell a car, well, the person you're selling the car to is definitely going to want to see proof of ownership of the vehicle. So the same premise holds true in the financial industry.
that information is all readily available in the original agreement that Renee signed with us here. If what we have to do is provide any changes, if anything changes, then we have to provide such changes in writing to Renee, of course. But there have been no changes made to that because that has not been bought or sold.
Okay guys, so here we are with Spring Auto Finance, and this is the contract that Renee signed. Now, according to Victor, as we scroll through this huge contract, somewhere in here it says that they must inform Renee if they ever sell the debt. So let's see if we can find that. And when we take a look at it, it says here assignment. Under assignment, it actually says the exact opposite. It says the rights of Spring under this agreement may be assigned by Spring without your prior consent. So there it is. I'll say it one more time. The rights of Spring under this agreement may be assigned by Spring without your prior consent. So that's pretty clear that if they sold the debt, they did not have to inform Renee. And just to be clear, assignment is just another word for selling something, okay? All right, guys, so what Victor is saying at Spring Auto Finance is absolutely incorrect, and it's a misrepresentation of the facts.
Also, the second piece of information that we would require is a signed affidavit from your registered chartered accountant saying that this loan does appear on your ledger.
So is there a reason why that information is required?
It's because it would be the only proof that would stand up in a court of law.
Okay, guys, so now Victor asks, why would we require a sworn affidavit by a chartered accountant? Well, the reason being is because a chartered accountant is the only individual at any organization that can look at the ledgers in order to see if an asset was sold. So for Victor to ask, why would you need that? Well, really, the real question is why wouldn't we need it? Because it's the only verifiable proof that can be created. In a commercial transaction, we use professionals such as chartered accountants in order to verify that individuals, organizations still own an asset. Now, what's the chances of a financial organization not having an accountant working for them that would be able to sign off saying that they've not sold the debt? Okay guys, now that you know this is going on, make sure you guys go ahead and complain. The only way this is ever going to stop the Canadian people being bullied by bank employees and bank collectors and bank lawyers is that they must hear from us. Because again, when a bully is bullying somebody and nobody's watching, this is what gives them the power. As soon as somebody says, hey, stop that bullying, the bullying stops. Make sure you send a complaint. It's in the description, the link. So if you'd like to become an investigative reporter with us, just check out this video up here. If you know anybody that is in really big debt problems, you let them know about this information. We have had so much success using these exact techniques that we're showing you, having the bank not being able to sue because they can't prove they own the debt. And that's what most people's fears are, is that the bank is now going to come and take their stuff. Well, that was another quick report from our public investigation team, where all participating investigators are people just like you. Make sure to get involved. Sign up now at UnitedWeStandPeople.com. Knowledge without action is useless. Be part of the solution. All bullies will back down when they know many others are watching. So don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and subscribe. like this video and share with your friends and subscribe.